Y'all ready to make an easy, no-bake Icebox Kool-Aid Pie? What's your flavor? There's lots of them to choose from to make this creamy, fluffy, delicious homemade pie with only 4 ingredients. We are not using the stove or the oven today. With this summer heat, there's no need for a stove or oven for this recipe. You may even have to make a few of them so you can have lots of flavors. Now that you're drooling over this pie, let's put it together. Did you like what you saw? Perfect for summertime. And the flavors, there's so many to pick from. What is your favorite? I'm doing strawberry today because we have our people coming and I want to kind of keep it centralized to the flavor. If I had my way, it would be an orange cream. My husband's would be a watermelon. Now, years ago, I made this same recipe for you guys, and I mean many, many years ago, and I did black cherry, and it was scrumptious. Okay, to get started, you're gonna need a large mixing bowl, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, it's 14 ounces, 1 pack of unsweetened Kool-Aid, this is 0.14 ounce size, and a whisk, and that'll get us started. To our large mixing bowl, we're going to add in our 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Yeah, give that a try. You'll like it. Now, I'm using the Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk. You can use whatever brand you like. Make sure you get it all out of there. Yum. All right, you know what's next. Let's put in the 1 pack of Kool-Aid. This is an unsweetened drink mix. Ooh, I can smell that strawberry right off the bat. All right, we're gonna pour that in. Now, I'm going to use a whisk. We want to get this all blended together. You don't want any streaks, any slurries in there, no clumps. We want it nice and smooth, the same color running all the way through it. Ooh, look at the color of that. Get on in there. Now that's going to lighten up as we add another ingredient to that. I'm going to bring my spatula back over. I'm just going to clean it off a little bit because we don't want any streaks in there. There we go. Now it's nice and clean and we won't have streaks. There, look at this. Okay. The next ingredient that we're going to use is Cool Whip. Now you want to make sure this is thawed out and you have 8 ounces. Now, if this is too sweet for you, you can make your own homemade whipped topping and keep all the sweeteners out of it. You would need 8 ounces of heavy whipping cream, put it in a bowl, get your electric hand mixer, beat it until you get nice soft peaks in it. More firm than loose when you do that, but otherwise you just need 1 carton of this. Thaw it out overnight, and then we're going to add it get it all out of there. Let me show y'all what I was using. Now they have the creamy variety. I'm using the original because the creamy tends to be a little looser, which the original here will tighten it up a little bit. We're going to fold in the Cool Whip into our condensed milk Kool-Aid mixture. So you go to the bottom, pull it up, and fold it in halfway, and then just push it in. And keep doing that until we have no streaks of that Cool Whip in there. We have a smooth mixture. We don't want to lose any air that's in that Cool Whip. So if you go in and you start whisking it in really good, you're going to lose a lot of the air and it won't be a very tall pie or fluffy. So keep that in mind. It's going to take a little arm work here to get that in. I know summer is everywhere right now, and we're looking for things we don't need to cook, we don't need to bake. Y'all see Bailey? There she is. Hey, sweetie. Y'all, she's 12 years old and has always been my pal in the kitchen. Isn't she just the prettiest thing? She is a full-blown beagle. Yes, you are, aren't you? Yes. She's our best friend in the kitchen, huh? Yes. All right, look at that. Look at that color. Make sure you get to the bottom, pull everything up, get down there and look. Oh my goodness. How about just a spoon, right? Get sure I get all my sides. What's next? Yeah, my husband's not here right now. He'd be all in that, wouldn't he? Probably this right here. Now I'm using a 9-inch crust. It's a ready-made crust, which means there's nothing to do to it in your oven. You don't have to make anything. And we're gonna be using the graham cracker flavor, but you can use anything you want. If you want to use a sugar cookie crust, make your own crust that has no sweeteners in it, you can do that also. Now these ready-made crusts come with a lid that you can put on your pie. You're just going to pull out the paper from on the inside of the lid. And generally, they have a recipe on the back. Take the gum pieces off that held this on, and then what you're going to do is just rinse that out really good so that nothing gets onto your pie from there. They give you a recipe in here for pumpkin pie. Are we getting closer to the holidays? Not yet. I'm not so sure that I've had a pumpkin pie and a graham cracker crust. If y'all have, let me know what you think of the flavor of that. Maybe we'll make it for the holidays. All right, now that you have your crust ready, you want to make sure that it is cooked all the way through if you're using another type of crust, okay? We're going to take our Cool Whip, Kool-Aid, and a sweetened condensed milk mixture, put it right into our pie crust. Kind of scrape all that off, because that's a bite of pie right here. And there's the other bite. You're going to want to make several of these pies, different flavors, especially if you're going to take it somewhere, because it's going to go quick. I'm going to even it out. I'm going to keep the edging of the pie crust so people can see it. However you want to swirl or decorate your pie, I'm going to give it some lines here. Y'all can see that. Now you want to make sure that you cover your pie. Now if you're going to make your own pie crust, just make sure you cool it completely before you put in your mixture. This is perfect for the summertime. If you need to bring anything for a picnic, a potluck, a church gathering, anything. Ours is just going to stay home with us. We're going to place it in the refrigerator because this is an icebox dessert. It'll sit up for 2 hours to overnight. You bet you ours is going to be like 2 hours. Thomas will be back by then, and we're going to give this one a try for you. Fluffy, creamy deliciousness there. Got some Ready Whip on it. There we go. I just made a little fan. We need a fork. Let's give this a try. That's beautiful for summertime. Look at that. I can taste that strawberry in there. That's delicious. What flavor is yours? Give me a thumbs up on this one. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode. We need Thomas to come over here and take a bite, don't we?